Hi everyone, this is Mrs. V Chen. Welcome to my Form 4 Basic Accounting Lesson number 1. In today's lesson, I'm going to deduce the accounting equation and explain the meaning of accounting equation to you. Alright, so here I have the information used to deduce the accounting equation. Now Kelly is the owner and she wanted to start her business, and the name of the business is BAFS Limited. So how to start business? The first thing is you need money, right? If you do not have money, you cannot start any business. So here on day 1, we have Kelly, who is the owner, invest 150,000 cash to commence, and here commence means to start her business, right? Okay, and after this information on day 1, okay, so on this page, you can have 3 columns, column 1, column 2, and column 3. Okay, and then next we put cash in column 1 here, and which is 150. Okay, so whenever we have things related to Kelly, and Kelly is the owner, we use column 3, and then the name for that, which is capital. All right, so therefore let's check. I have cash in column 1, 150,000, and then I have capital in column 3, which is also 150,000. All right, next we come to day 2. Now we have the owner again, and who is Kelly. And now Kelly transferred her own motor car, and how much is that? Which is 50,000 into the business. All right, okay, so on this page, now in column 1, we have motor car, and which is 50,000, right? So since this motor car was being transferred by Kelly, and Kelly is the owner, so that we put this in column 3, and also the name is capital. We use capital here. All right, so this is how we record the transaction on day 2. Okay, so next we have day 3. So what happened on day 3? So purchase means buy. All right, so the factory purchased for 500,000, and then since 500,000 is quite expensive, and then we do not have enough money to pay for it, right? So there is a mortgage loan, means we borrow money from the bank to buy this factory, and then we borrow 400,000. However, you can see this 400,000 is not enough to cover this 500,000. Then what happened? The full purchase price was paid. So how much paid to settle the purchase price? 500,000, which is 100,000. Okay, so therefore, so what do we have in column 1? So this is column 1. We have factory. And the factory, the value for factory is 500,000. Okay, and now we have mortgage loan. Because we do not have enough money, we go to bank to borrow 400,000, and then we put this 400,000 in column 2. So we call that mortgage loan, and this is 400,000. All right. However, this 400,000 is not enough to cover, and then we have this sentence saying that full purchased price was paid, and how much being paid, which is 100,000. So where to pay? What do we use to pay? We use cash in column 1. So we have cash already in column 1. Okay, so since we pay cash, which is 100,000, the difference. However, since we pay cash, we should have less cash in the business. Is that right? So I use bracket for going down, right? So this is less cash. I use bracket for a negative figure. All right. Okay, so before we move on to day 4, so let me tell you that what we have in column 1 is always the same as the sum of column 2 and column 3. All right, so let's check whether it is correct or wrong. So day 1, so column 1, 150,000, and nothing here. So we have this 150,000, so day 1, right? So column 1 is the total of 2 and 3, right? And also day 2, we have column 1, 50,000, and column 3, this is nothing here, so 50,000 is same as 50,000 here, right? And then what about day 3? So this is 500, however, going down by 100, so 500 minus 100, which is 400,000, and here we also have 400,000 and nothing here, so we can still maintain this column 1 is the sum of column 2 and column 3. Okay, now we come to day 4. We have this. Furniture purchased for 30,000 cash. Okay, so, and then what do we have in column 1? So column 1, therefore, we have furniture in column 1, and the value of furniture is 30,000, right? So whenever we buy things, we must pay money, so that we pay cash. So where to get cash here? We have cash in column 1. All right, so what happened to cash? More cash or less cash after paying debts? So we have less cash. I use brackets for less cash. Okay, so let's check whether we can still maintain this column 1 is the total of 2 and 3. So here is 30,000 minus 30,000. So therefore, what happened? Nothing, 0. And then 0, nothing, nothing. So that we can still hold this column 1 is the same as column 2 and column 3. Okay, so now we come to day 5. We have this machinery bought on credit. Now this is a new term for 80,000 from XYZ Limited. So whenever we buy things, we must pay, okay? And the person here, the name of the limited, which is supplier, because we buy things from supplier. And then if we buy things, we must pay money. And the on credit means not yet pay. That means we are going to pay money later to our supplier. So not yet pay. That is the meaning of on credits. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we have in column 1? So column 1, now we have the machinery, which is, the value is 80,000. Okay, and what about the supplier? Okay, which is XYZ Limited, and then we put that in column 2. So I have XYZ Limited, and which is also 80,000, and then nothing here in column 3. So we have this column 1 same as column 2 plus 0 here, right? Okay, so this is day 5. Okay, so next, day 6, we have Kelly again. Who is Kelly? Kelly is the owner. So Kelly made a further cash contribution to the business, and which is 200,000. So you can see day 6 actually is exactly same as day 1 when the owner started her business by putting cash into the business, right? Which is exactly the same. So what do you think about this 200,000? So that this 200,000 should go to column 1. All right, so I have cash here, which is 200,000. Okay, next go to which column? Column 3, because this is related to Kelly, and Kelly is the owner, and then we use this capital, which is also 200,000. Okay, so the total in column 1 is same as nothing here plus here, which is same, 0 plus 200,000. Okay, now day 7. An amount of 20,000 was paid to XYZ Limited. So do you still remember what is XYZ Limited? XYZ Limited is our supplier. So what happened on day 5? When we bought things, we pay later, but now we need to pay the amounts we owed to XYZ Limited. So if we pay, we have less cash. So therefore, in column 1, here, cash. Going down, right, because we pay cash. So I use bracket for the negative one, so which is 20,000. Okay, and then we pay money to settle the amounts we owe to XYZ Limited. So XYZ Limited. Okay, so since we pay 20,000 to XYZ Limited, so therefore we owe less money to them. I also use a bracket. So on this date, we owe 80,000. So since we pay money, we owe XYZ Limited less money, so that there is also a bracket. So minus 20,000 in column 1, and then nothing here, and then this is also minus, so we can still keep column 1 is always the same as the sum of column 2 and column 3. Okay, so now we have finished recording all the transactions so far on these 8 days, and let's check what do we have in column 1. We have cash, motor car, factory, furniture, machinery, right? And actually we don't call it column 1, we have a name for that. We call that assets. Okay, and then column 2, we have a name for that as well. We call that liabilities. Okay, and column 3, we have capital. All right, so therefore we have this assets always the same as the sum of liabilities and capital. This is the very basic accounting equation, and after that I'm going to make summary for what we have in column 1. Okay, I'm going to summarize in column 1. So we have cash here, so this is cash. So I start with, this is my calculator, I start with 150,000, right? And then any cash here. Here I also have cash with a bracket, that means going down, so minus 100,000. Let's check what else, cash. So here we also have cash, so going down to minus this 30,000. Okay, and any cash here, so cash without bracket, that means more cash, plus this, and then minus cash and minus cash, so that I minus 20,000, and then also minus 10,000. Okay, so after I use my calculator to sum up one figure for cash, which is 190,000. Right, okay, and let's check what do we have in column 1. So we have motor car. Okay, which is 50,000, and then in column 1 there is factory, which is 500,000, and what else? And then furniture, which is 30,000, and also machinery, which is 80,000. Okay, then I can sum up this, the cash, the value for cash plus 50,000 plus 500,000 plus 30,000 plus 80,000. Okay, so I have this total in column 1. I use double line, means full stop, finished. All right, now, okay, I sum up in column 2. I have mortgage loan. So this is how we present, the accounting way to present it. So I have mortgage loan, which is 400,000. Okay, so, and what else? XYZ Limited. So we start with 80,000. Bracket means going down, so minus 20,000. So we owe how much? All right. Okay, so to match this level, okay, I put it here. So 600,000 plus, no, sorry, this is 60,000 plus 400,000, so that I have total in column 2. Okay, all right, finally, now I come to column 3. I have 4 things here, but it is all related to capital. I just show one figure. Okay, extend it. Okay, so here is 150,000. Oops, wrong. Okay, again, 150,000 plus 50,000 plus 200,000 minus, I have a negative here, 10,000. Okay, so I have this final figure for capital, and then no more. So this is 390,000, column 3, right? So this is total. Okay, what is the total? 390,000 plus 460,000 Okay, right. So the sum is always the same, right? So that we come to have this accounting equation. What is this? Saying that assets in column 1 is always the same as capital plus liability. So this is the accounting equation. Okay, so therefore, what is accounting equation? Accounting equation saying that A is equal to C plus L, and A stands for assets, and assets are resources owned by a business. For example, okay, we have all this in column 1, and all things in column 1, we call that assets. So resources of the business, for example, the business has cash, the business has motor car, the business has factory, furniture, machinery. So this all belong to what? The business. Okay, and then capital. However, who put these resources into the business? Which is by the owner. So we call that capital, which is our column 3 here. So whenever we have resources introduced by the owner, we call that capital. So here is the definition of capital, meaning it means resources supplied to a business by its owner. Okay, what about resources not supplied by owner, however, by anyone other than the owner? Then we call it liabilities. So just like the situation in column 2, we have liability, for example, so we have mortgage loan, so we have this XYZ Limited. All right, so these are the example of liabilities. Okay, so how do we do this question of 2.17x? Now, we have this capital, assets, and liabilities. So we are given assets and liabilities, and this is point A. All right, so we have A equals to C plus L. Okay, and C is missing here, which is the unknown, plus liability is just like we solve equation, and assets is 55,000. So if I change subject to capital, that will be to work out capital. Where's my calculator? My calculator is here. All right, so to work out capital here, so that would be 85,000 minus 18,900. So therefore, I have the question mark here, which is 66,100 in that way. Okay, just like solving equation. So B, again, I have A equals to C plus L. Okay, and then we are given capital, which is 38,400, and then A is the unknown. All right, and now we have liabilities, which is 13,200. So A is already the subject, so I just add up this 38,400 plus this. Okay, all right, so assets, the unknown in this question. Okay, so C, again, A equals to C plus L is the accounting equation, and now we are given capital, so this is 68,500, and what else is given to us? Okay, assets is given to us. Okay, and the L is the unknown. All right, so now we find L and change subject. To find this, we move this to the left hand side, and that would be 76,100 minus 60,500. Okay, so this is how we solve the equation by changing subject to L here. All right, so okay, and A, B, C. Now I come to D. I do the same thing. A equals to C plus L. Okay, and capital is unknown, I don't know, and A is assets 119,500. And how about liability? Liability is 45,400. Okay, now I change subject to capital, and this is the unknown, so that would be 11,500 minus 45,400. So the capital is equal to 74,100. Okay, so 2 more to go. Okay, E, so A equals to C plus L, again, the accounting equation. So, and then I have capital, 92,000. And also I have assets here, and then I don't know liability, and the subject is liability. So that would be 188,000 minus 92,000 to work out liability, 96,000. Okay, the last one, F. Again, A equals to C plus L. And then capital is 1 million and something plus assets, I don't know, plus liability, which is 349,000. Okay, I can simply sum up, use calculator. Okay, plus 349,000. Okay, so this is it. This is chapter 2. Accounting equation is the same as A equals to C plus L, and also the definition of assets, capital, and liabilities. Okay, so thanks for watching my video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.